Hi, and welcome to the Resistance School training on how to move from online activism to offline action. In the next 3 lessons, we'll get into specifics on how to do exactly that. I'm Courtney Tunis, the Executive Director of Pantsuit Nation, a 3.7 million member online group building community connections to boost civic engagement. Pantsuit Nation began just before the 2016 election as a way to drive people to the polls with one single request. When you go vote, wear a pantsuit. When my co-founder Libby Chamberlain started the group, she invited about 30 people and asked them to invite a few of their friends. In one day, 24,000 people had committed to voting in their pantsuits. And then in 1 week, it was up to 1 million. By Election Day, we had 3 million people in the community, and we have since swelled to 3.7 million. Pictures of people in pantsuits came flooding in, along with stories about why people were voting, their family history, their lifelong connections, their newfound activism. The more stories and pictures we shared, the more stories and pictures came in. A powerful group was born, one that demonstrated that online communities can drive people to take action in their lives offline, like voting while wearing a pantsuit to the polls. After the 2016 election, we continued to nurture this newly formed community with the goal of inspiring civic engagement, not just voting in a presidential election, but truly incorporating civic awareness and action in our everyday lives. So we share stories and photos interspersed with timely and relevant calls to action, linking personal experience with collective power. Our members share ways to get involved in local, regional, and federal politics to positively impact their lives and the lives of their neighbors. But over and over again, we've seen a disconnect between an online call to action or inspiring story that compels us to act and the tools and resources to actually go about creating offline change. So that's what this training is about. Best practices for you to use to transition your online activism into offline action, and how you can encourage others to do the same. I'll walk you through taking action. It is easier than it can feel. Pick one thing and just do it. You can be like the Pantsuit Nation member who registered people to vote at their 4th of July party, or the woman who went to her first candidate meet and greet and left with new activist friends. To be clear, online advocacy is important. Social media has greatly impacted the growth and power of movements like Black Lives Matter, Me Too, and the Parkland students. Social media is amazing for building and sharing messages. But laws and policies are changed in communities, government buildings, and boardrooms. So taking the passion and information you gain from social media and translating that into offline work is critical to changing our world for the better. If you have felt motivated to act, but have felt overwhelmed by your options or just unsure where to get started, this is the training for you.